Goa. He lives in Goa, and then he's from MTV Roadies. He's a TED Talk speaker. He's an entrepreneur. He's a speaker. He's from Joshua. Please give a huge round of applause to the next speaker, who is everything we all want to be in life, Mr. Rahul Bhatnagar.
Let's make some noise, people. Come on. I mean, I was told that the people in Udaipur are very, very energetic. So this was not the energy that I expected. Can we just raise the energy? Yeah. Make some noise! Yeah. Awesome. And I want all of you to be really charged up. On that note, please stand up. Everyone. Quickly. Everybody. And now what you're going to do is, and if I can have anybody on the stage, you can only come. So what you're going to do is, give a massage to the person who's standing next to you, and then we reciprocate the same, okay? And I want you to be really energetic when you do that. You should not be like doing that. Because I know you've taken out time from your busy schedule, so it's very important that you have people around you energetic. Yes? Yes! Yes? Yes! Awesome. Please start, okay? Yeah, start. Person on your right side, quickly. All of you, everybody should be a part of it. Switch.
Okay, my chance.
Okay, one more time. Switch. Okay, one more final switch. Quickly.
My chance. Lovely.
Thank you so much. Please sit down. Now, I have a question. And my question is, everybody sit down. Who here wants to earn more money? Say yes. Yes. Who here wants to be known? Say yes. Yes. Who here wants their life to go to the next level? Say yes. Yes. And now, who's committed to actually put in the effort to make it big in life? Yes. Are you really sure? Say yes. Yes. Okay. Now, if I can also have my slides over here, please. Thank you. You heard a lot of good things about me, the things that I did. By the way, I was not a part of Roadies. I was a part of a dating show on MTV. So when all the other people, all my other batchmates, when they were losing hair or they had bulging tummies, I was dating beautiful women online. That was not just online, but also on the screen. So that was something really amazing. But what a lot of people don't know, how many of you have seen at least one video of mine? Some of you? Okay, which all platforms? Instagram, YouTube? So you've seen? Okay, all of them, thank you so much. You got to understand that all the things that come in your life, they require a lot of toil and hard work. Yes or no? Yes. And I don't want to be called and somebody calling me a motivational speaker. I tell you why. Because what I feel is that motivational speakers, they just give you a lot of ज्ञान, right? आपको जिंदगी में उस लेवल पे जाना है, गौर से देखो उस चांद पे जाना है. But nobody tells you how to get to that level. Nobody gives you the strategies. Yes or no? I mean, you can motivate anybody. But if you don't tell them what to do, nothing is going to happen in their life. Make sense? Yes. So what I'm going to do is, and I was telling Siddharth, give me some more time, because the events that we do, they last for 12 hours in a day. Is it easy sitting for 12 hours in a day? Maybe yes, maybe no. But what I'll tell you is, in all our events, we have people who come at 10 a.m. in the night. The events continue till 10 p.m., at times at 1 a.m. And everybody is sitting over there. And the reason for that is, each one of you, you have so much inside you to offer. Each one of you, there's a winner inside you. But the point is, till the time nobody actually compels us to take out that force from within us, it is very difficult. Yes? Yes. How do you feel when somebody says, you look good? Your presentation was really nice. I was amazed when I heard it. You feel good, isn't it? Yes. You have all those positive emotions coming inside you. And that is the thing that we do at our events, and that is what actually helps people. So you will have to do it? Okay. So this is how we started, by the way. We had 7 people in our team when I started my journey in Dehradun. And this is not my office. In our office, we could only accommodate 5 people. So whenever we had a meeting, 2 people were always standing. So मैं rotational basis पे करना पड़ता था. This is my house. So we covered this because your story wanted to feature us. And can we go to the next slide, next few slides? If you will see the next picture, here we are. Today you see me speaking at events, TED Talks and all those other things. We used to carry all these canopies on our shoulders. We used to stand in the middle of the road, the busiest road in Dehradun, after doing MBA. And we used to distribute brochures. Now just think, after doing my MBA, after getting placed, and I got my first job in Singapore, I did not take that job. If you are distributing brochures on the road, and when people come to you, some of them don't even take the brochures, some of them take the brochures, they just throw them on the road. It would not have been easy, yes? Yes. And then there were certain people who came over there, and they said, I need one brochure. I'm like, okay, somebody has come to me willingly. So he took the brochure, wiped off his sweat, threw the brochure on the road. But for me, it was not just a brochure. It was my company, it was my business, it was my life. We used to pick all of them up, and we used to take all of them with us together. And I realized one thing, if you can very quickly go to the next few slides, that if I have to really bring about a change in my life, I have to do something different. Yes or no? Yes. How many of you agree to this? If your success is dependent upon the approvals of somebody else, you would always have limited growth in your life. Yes or no? Yes. Now just think about it, and I want all of you to also have paper and pens. I know you're very intelligent, but still if you don't write everything, then it would be very difficult for you to remember it, okay? I'll also give you certain pointers over there. I spoke at a lot of events. We were trying to make a lot of things happen for us, but it was not actually happening. Reason being, I was only doing my events, but first thing, I did not know how to monetize my skill sets. Toastmasters is an amazing platform. It teaches you how to become a good communicator, how to come across as an amazing leader. But then it is also a duty, if you are a part of Toastmasters, just like Jenny ma'am said, to give back to Toastmasters, right? And that is precisely what we are doing right now. Next slide. Next. I mean, this is really difficult. Okay, next one. We did an event in Dehradun. How many of you are aware about this event that we did? You heard it at the talk also. Now, you would expect that if you are doing a work or if you are doing a business, you would expect good results to come in your life in the third year of your work. Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you so much. You would expect good results to come in your life. Yes or no?
Yes.
We expected the same thing. We thought, okay, let us do the biggest event that Dehradun has ever seen. So we invited some celebrities, we invited more people. That event went on for 9 days. But unfortunately, or maybe fortunately as I call it today, we lost about 10 lakh rupees. And today you know about the company's turnover, we do more than $1 million every year. At that particular point of time, we used to survive at just 500 rupees per month. And when I say that, I'm not exaggerating. I used to live with my parents at my house. So they used to pay for all my food and everything. Besides my fuel expenses, 500 rupees was all that we had. And then we had a position like that when we were having a loss of 10 lakh rupees. So I called all my friends. I told them, give me some money. I'll return your money. I can't even tell you the date when I would be doing that. But somehow we managed the money and we paid all the debt off. And then I realized that Rahul, if you're looking for a transformation, that would happen when you don't have a dependency upon other people. I want you to do a small activity, 10-15 seconds. Write down on the piece of paper what all factors are there for you that you are dependent upon for your success. If you are in a job, maybe you need the HR to give you a hike. If you are into business, maybe you want somebody to invest into your business. What are those 1, 2, 3 top things that you are dependent upon? Please write it down very quickly. Are we done? Are we done? Yes, no?
Yes.
Louder, yes?
Yes.
Awesome. One more time, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And no dependency and no approvals. How many of you understand the term scalable? Anyone? What is your understanding of the term scalable? And just like ma'am said, no answers are wrong answers here, don't worry. What do you understand by the term scalable?
Expanding
Expanding, taking it to the next level, yes sir?
from corn to popcorn.
From
From corn to popcorn.
From corn to popcorn, that's a different analogy. I've never heard that earlier, by the way. From corn to popcorn, okay. And
It's like economies of scale.
economies, you scale your work, right? What all factors are important if you have to scale your work or your business?
Replicability.
It has to be replicable. Second thing, the experience that people have about your work, it should be the same throughout, everywhere. Give me some examples of the same.
McDonald's.
McDonald's is one of them. I guess 50% of all the people who have come here, you used that service today, which is highly scalable right now. You came by a cab, right? So many of you, we use Ola and we use Uber, yes? Yes. Do you realize that that is a highly scalable model? Because the consumer experience, it remains the same. Because when people use your product or your service, everywhere, the experience that they have, the trainer is there or the person who's doing that work, everything remains the same. And how do you build a scalable business? How do you build something that is scalable? By having SOPs. SOPs are standard operating procedures. Please write it down for all the students and other people. You need SOPs. Now you tell me, when we were working in Dehradun, when we were making discount cards, we were going from roads to roads, going to houses, making discount cards. Is that a scalable business model? Yes or no? Yes or no? Come on.
No.
No. Why? If I have to come to Udaipur, I will again be starting from a scratch. Yes? So it is not scalable. Then supposedly, if I hire a franchise and if I have other people doing the same work for me, again it is not scalable because I cannot be 100% sure about the quality of the product that they would be doing over here, about the quality of the work that they would be putting over here. Yes? Yes. And then we realized that, Rahul, if you really have to do something really scalable, you've got to take your content online. Second thing, you've got to do something different. I was a part of Toastmasters and I realized, okay, how do I challenge myself to go to the next level? How do I do something that maybe other people don't even dream about? And then I decided, with the help and the support of a lot of people who are sitting over here, let's have a big round of applause for all the people who are here, who really supported me in my journey 2.5 years ago. Louder people, come on! I delivered 50 speeches on 50 consecutive days, so that gave me maybe not an edge, but some recognition that, okay, this person can actually do something. But now I realize, okay, you have delivered the speeches, some people have started knowing you. Now what do you do next? Then I realized that the thing that can actually take me places is taking my content online. How many of you put content online? Wow, so what? 25, 30-ish%. What about the others? Why don't we put our content online? That's my question. Very quickly. First, fear of being judged. I get that, right? People might judge us. And
We're not taking.
lack of consistency and
We're not taking.
confidence.
Not so technical.
Not so tech. Okay. Maybe that is a limiting belief that we have on our mind, isn't it? And exactly, opinion of others. What if people would say this? What if a person who has a random profile by the name Reshma, if she write, and I will be really sure, we don't even know whether Reshma is he or she. It's a random profile, okay? But if they write a negative comment on our post, we are like, we are done, we will not be putting more content. Yes, sir. From corn to popcorn, I use that. Skill sets. No, sir. That is again a limiting belief upon our mind. I tell you how. Have you seen videos on YouTube and then you say, "Hey, yaar, I could have done a better job." Yes or no?
Yes.
How many of you play KBC in your house? Looking at your wife. See, I know the answer of this question also. I know the answer of this question also. I made 6,40,000 sitting here today.
Yes.
That does not make sense because you are not stepping up your game. You are not going to the next level. Make sense?
Correct.
There's a very important quote that I strongly believe in, and that is, the players make all the money and the players get all the recognition. Whereas the spectators, they only sit, make the noise and clap. So it depends upon you whether you want to become a player or you just want to be sitting there as a spectator. Understand this. We did not have a mentor. The reason why it took us 7 years to get to the place where we are today is because no mentor, no guidance, nobody telling us what to do, nobody telling us what not to do. And we committed a lot of mistakes. And then when we started scaling our business, just like she said, we live in Goa now, we are making a lot of good things happen over there. I have a team of 25 people. I realized that, Rahul, if you don't give back, if you don't become a mentor for a lot of people, you're actually doing injustice to your own talent. Similarly, if you are a good speaker, but if you don't take your content to a lot of people, in front of a lot of people, do you realize that that is actually an injustice to your talent and the talent that has been bestowed to you from God? Yes?
Yes.
Just think about it. आपके पास बहुत सारा information है, आपके पास बहुत सारी guidance है, आपके पास बहुत सारा content है, लेकिन अगर आपको उन्हीं 4-5 लोगों के सामने बोलते हो, उसका क्या मतलब रह जाता है? The only way how you can put your content across is through social media. Yes?
Yes.
And if you don't realize that, it is as good as magic. You make a video, you put that content across, millions of people across the planet can watch your content and automatically you would be able to create a following for yourself, make money, whatever you want. 10 seconds gap, one more time. Think about certain people whom you know only because of the internet. And those people are now rock stars and superstars. Write the names down, quickly. And I can bet upon this, you might be remembering a lot of names over here. Yes? Alright, I want all of you to look at this screen. Don't listen to your emotions. Why do you think I say so? Don't listen to your emotions. And this, I guess this is going to be the biggest takeaway. Why is it important for you to not to listen to your emotions? Come on, throw at me some answers. Yeah.
Emotions have got an intention of overruling your feelings.
Emotions overrule your logic. Okay, and
Emotions make you weak.
maybe yes, maybe not. Emotions make you weak, and
Restrict yourself.
emotions we get restricted because of our emotions. Yes, and
It's changed like this, so yeah.
it changes like that. Okay, I like Rahul, I don't like Rahul. Maybe not Rahul, someone else. Okay. Confusions. Okay, and I like Rahul, but I also like Siddharth. So let me see now who. Okay, and
Deviation.
come again.
Deviation.
Deviation, right? And wrong decisions. Why? You say wrong decisions. You say that our emotions are not at one place. They're swaying at, let's say, the positive side and the negative side. Why does that happen? Understand. If you just realize that your emotions are actually not your own emotions. Your emotions are based upon your conditioning. Your emotions are based upon what your parents told you. Your emotions are based upon the things that you have always seen in your life. Have you heard that saying from your parents? Paise kabhi bhi? Everybody, universal? Don't fly too high. Has that happened with us every time? Also, you must have been taught one more thing. In life, you would always have ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. Yes? But my question is why? Since the past 1.5 years, all that we have seen is going to the top. Of course, there are going to be problems. Of course, there are going to be challenges. The thing is that we are emotionally driven, and our emotions are based upon our past conditioning. I'll give you a very strong example. We are doing, by the way, I'll talk about that later. We are doing the biggest transformational event of our country next year in Goa, May 2020. So to just do that event, it's costing me rupees 1 crore. Now you tell me, if I say the same thing to my mom, my parents, they've done a government job all their life. If I say to them, Mom, I want to do an event, it's going to cost me 1 crore rupees. They will think my mom is going to allow me. The first reaction would be, what if people don't come? What if you don't make that money? And especially when we lost 10 lakh rupees about 2.5, 3 years ago, they would never be ready to do something like that. Yes or no?
Yes.
But if I ask a person who makes more than 50 crore rupees a year by just doing events, if I say, sir, I want to do an event, it's going to cost me 1 crore rupees, what will he say? Go do it. His emotions are based upon his experiences, whereas your emotions are based upon all the things that your parents have told you. When your parents say to you, Beta, don't be shy anymore, you don't realize that you're making me shy. When your parents say to you, you should not think about earning more money, the message that you're putting into my life, into my mind is, money is very important. And if money would not have been so important, why is it that all the fights that happen in a family are because of money? All of them. Do you agree?
Yes.
The point is that we have been fed with the wrong data. So what you got to do in such a situation is, you got to write it down. You got to fight your emotions with logic. Everyone, write it down. You got to fight your emotions with logic. If that advice that my parents have given me has not helped them become successful, if that advice has not helped my grandparents become successful, how do I expect my own self to become successful because of that advice? Make sense?
Yes.
One more thing, people, I want to ask you this. I see a lot of people over here. How many of you have that dream of becoming a millionaire, making a lot of money? Yes? Everybody wants to do that. Tell me what percentage of the entire population of our country actually goes on to become a millionaire? What percentage? You say 1%? Our country's population is 140 crores, let's say. Do you think we have 1.4 crore people who are millionaires? Yes, no. No, right? 0.5%? Maybe 70 lakh people? No. just 15 or 20 lakh people actually declare that they make more than $1 million. If you talk about the US currency, that is more than 7 crores. Now you ask me, you tell me whether that's going to be tough or it's going to be very, very easy. Tough, right? And the fact that is going to take you ahead of everyone else is the fact that you train yourself. I know coming here on a Sunday morning, you're going to be here till the evening. It's tough. Let's have a big round of applause one more time for all of you on that note. You could have been sitting at your house. Come on. This one is for you. Louder. You could have been sitting at your own house. But you are here because you got to understand training is boring. Training takes a lot of effort. We hate training. We don't like training. But then training makes all the difference. You know why? Why do we train? Do we train to become perfect? We do, right? Do we train to become a perfect person? Yes or no? Yes. Is there anybody who's perfect? No. Then why do we train? The actual meaning of training is that you become better than your competitors. Imagine this, 8 people fighting for a post. Who's going to win? The one who's better than the other 7. Yes? Yes. Supposedly I'm a YouTuber. She puts content on YouTube and there are 100 of us who put content in the same niche. The person who's better than the remaining 99 is going to win. Yes or no? Yes. And that is particularly what happens in your life when you train. Yesterday I was talking to a friend when we were having dinner and he said, Rahul, I don't like my work. I really hate my work. And I told him, irrespective of the fact that I live in Goa, irrespective of the fact that we make a lot of money, even today, I do a lot of work that I really hate. I don't like getting up in the morning, but I have to do it. I don't like doing webinars for 5 to 6 hours continuously, but I still do it. But one thing which is extremely important is, despite the fact that even if you're not enjoying that process, you have to be in it, because that is how winning is done. Yes? Yes. We will not win with this energy. Yes? Yes. Awesome. Understood? Don't listen to your emotions. Fight your emotions with logic. If you really want to be successful, even if your parents tell you not to do it if you believe in that. Today our parents say that we are really proud of you. 7 years ago they never wanted us to become entrepreneurs, right? Okay, one more thing, which is very important, and that is, why is it important to put content on social media?
Because of the reach.
Because of the reach, okay, and? Come again?
It will be there after you.
Very nice, it will be there after you, it is long lasting. I get it, and?
Also, you kind of know where you stand with it.
You know, no, see, that is, you are judging your own self when you say that you will know. You are good. I said, you see, supposedly there are 100 people who are standing at this level, this particular level. How many people do you think actually take the first step to go ahead? Just 10%? Maximum? So if 100 people are here, if you take an initiative, if you are here, you are already ahead of 90 people. Yes? So all that you got to do is, you got to defeat, can I go there, right? I don't mind, I don't like standing just over here. So you got to understand that if you really want to go ahead, you have to take that initiative. Put this down. See, ideas can be copied, yes. Products can be copied, yes. The services can also be copied. But your own unique identity will never be copied. Make sense? Yes. All of you have your own business ideas, but you are worried, okay, maybe someone else copies my ideas. For me, it does not even matter. Because you can copy our ideas, you can copy the things that we do, but you cannot copy our work ethics, you cannot copy the amount of content that we are putting in, you cannot copy my face, you cannot copy my voice, and that is why it is very important for you to build a personal brand. Again, along with this, there's also one more very important thing, why you need to build a personal brand. Think, compare it with conventional businesses.
Like a tagline.
We are talking about the dangers of AI. This probably sounds
No, not just the AI. Don't get into so much of technicalities, right? You're not following a lot of good people. Remove some of that. Okay? See, you talk about a conventional business. How much? You make a lot of expenses when you run a conventional business. Let's talk about a restaurant. What all expenses do you have? Infrastructure, salaries, setting up the kitchen. Just to get the pests away, you need to put in a lot of money. What else? Advertisement, that comes later on the priority of a lot of people. And
Food quality.
Food quality, exactly. Ambience, a lot of approvals, and a lot of things. Now, even then, let's suppose there's that restaurant that is doing really well. If they have to start a second restaurant, will they again have to infuse money into it? Yes or no? Yes. A lot of money, right? So you start with one more restaurant, you again put in a lot of money. All the profits that you're getting from the first restaurant, all of that would be put in the second restaurant. Now supposedly now you have 2 running restaurants. It has taken you 5 years, at least. Then you are starting with the third restaurant. Will it again happen when you are starting with your third restaurant that you will again have to put in money over there, and all the profits that you're getting from the first 2 restaurants of yours, that would also be put in the third restaurant? Yes or no? Yes. Do you understand? It is not scalable. And if someone else starts the same kind of restaurant, your business automatically goes down. That happens with every conventional business. Yes or no? Yes. Louder people, yes or no? Yes. Now let's talk about a personal brand. Today, when I do a one-to-one counseling for people, I generally don't do that because I do a lot of webinars wherein we have thousands of people attending at one go. But if I do a one-to-one counseling for a 2-hour session, we charge them somewhere around 2.5 to 3 lakh rupees. Think about it. What investment is going into those 2 hours? My time and my efforts. Is there any other investment? No, right? You have built a personal brand till now. 5 years from now, let's say 2 years from now, you charge 5 lakh rupees for a 2-hour session. Again, the investment is the time and the effort. 5 years, 7 years from now, you can very well charge 20-25 lakh rupees for a 2-hour session. Can you do that in any other conventional business? No. The investment in that business or the expense, whatever you might call it, it automatically increases. But the same never happens when you are building a personal brand. And if you have, I don't know whether you are aware about it or not, we run ads on Facebook, we run ads on Instagram. That is how we got to so many of you. Every year, we put more than 1 crore rupees just on Facebook ads alone. When we were distributing those brochures on the road, when we were having the 500 rupees with us for the entire month, do you think we could have ever even thought about doing something like that? उतना पैसा कमाना भी नहीं सोच सकते थे, right? But then we realized कि यार अगर इसको हटाना पड़ेगा, आपको आगे जाना पड़ेगा. Now let me tell you, ask you one more thing. Spending so much of money or investing so much of money on Facebook ads, is it worth it? She says no. When you make 10 times more money, it is definitely worth it. Yes or no? Yes. See, the perspective automatically changes. When I say to you, we put so much of money, people are like, how do you generate so much of money? Again, the answers that we give are based upon our own personal emotions. And if I again say that your emotions are not your own emotions, they are based upon your own conditioning. Yes? Yes. Think about it. All the thoughts that come onto our mind. If somebody is afraid of, let's say, turbulence in a flight, that is because of an experience that they have had. If somebody is afraid of making more money or becoming successful in life, that is because of an experience that we have had in our life. You need to get out of that, and that is why the training aspect is extremely important. All of you, do you now understand the relevance of building a personal brand? Yes. One more reason why a personal brand is very important. Throw at me some answers. Why do you think building a personal brand is very, very important? I've given you 2 analogies already. Your personal brand cannot be copied. You make more money when your personal brand grows. And what else? You're not dependent upon others, right? And
Your goodwill runs along with you.
your goodwill goes along with you. And give me something pertaining to economics. You get more recognition, right? And उधार में उधार की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी भाई साहब. उधार मिल जाता है. And listen to this very carefully. Most of us sitting over here, we belong to middle class families. Yes.
Yeah.
This is the most inexpensive method of generating a lot of fame for yourself and creating a sort of wealth or a following and a lot of things going for you. आप कोई बिजनेस स्टार्ट करते हो, आपको बहुत ज़्यादा पैसे डालने पड़ते हैं, राइट? आप कोई और काम करना चाहते हो, आपके दिमाग में आइडियाज तो हैं, but you are dependent upon investors. You want people to invest money into your business. But when you are building a personal brand, all that you need is take out your phone, record that video, and put it online. That is all that you want. One video does not work, put the second one, put the third one, put the fourth one, put the fifth one. Because one of them is going to click, and believe me, neither I, no, and nobody else can actually tell you which is the video which is going to go viral, which is the video that is going to get you the recognition. So for that to happen, you need to continuously put in those efforts. What happens with a lot of people is we start, but after a period of time, we just don't continue.
Yeah.
Because we are not consistent. We don't realize that to get the kind of job that we have today, we have studied for 18 long years, at least 12 years of school, then your BTech or your graduation, then your masters. Is there anyone who has actually even dedicated 18 months to their own growth when it talks about social media or business? We don't do it. First rejection, this is not meant for me, I will not be able to do it. Second rejection, if you go to the second rejection, most people just break down, they don't continue. And that is what makes the difference. If you ask about the work ethics, one more thing which is going to differentiate you from everyone else is your sickening work ethics. Let me ask you this. How many hours do you work in a day? Everyone. Or how many hours is it practically possible for somebody to work? 5 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours? For us, it has been, since the time we get up, till the time I sleep, we just work. You say that we live in Goa. We don't go to the beaches, we don't party over there. Because I'm building something really remarkable. I want to take this company to a 100 crore company within the next 4 to 5 years. That requires a lot of work. I'm 32. If we are able to make it at the age of 36, is that worth it? Yes or no?
Yes.
You talk about Gary Vaynerchuk, he talks about that all the time. You can continue going to the next level. All that is required is consistent and persistent efforts are required. Now, I want all of you to also understand how we put in a lot of content, and I want you to do the same. First thing is, let's suppose you make 10 videos, write it down. You make 10 YouTube videos and the length is, let's say, 10 minutes each. Okay? 10 videos, the length is 10 minutes each. Then what you do next is, from that 10 minutes video, take extracts. 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, 2.5 minutes, 1 minute for Instagram, 1.5 minutes, 2.5 minutes for your IGTV. 15 seconds, 30 seconds for your TikTok as well as your WhatsApp stories. 5 to 6 minutes for LinkedIn. So from one piece of content, think about how many pieces of content can you create from 10 minutes. Maybe 20 versions of it? Yes or no?
Yeah.
And now what you do is, supposedly you're uploading a video today on YouTube. The remaining variants of that video, put those after 10 days. And the video that you're going to upload on YouTube, the longer video that is going to be uploaded after 10 days, put that video from today itself. So you're going to mix and match your content and your content will automatically increase. Let's suppose the length of every video is 10 minutes. How much time will you take to record 10 videos? 100 minutes. That's it. From that 100 minutes of content, 100 minutes is just 1.5 hours, you can produce so much of content that you can actually take to the next level altogether. And you know how that happens? When you produce things on a regular basis. 3 takeaways. 1, building a personal brand. Second, you need to stop listening to your emotions. Fight your emotions with logic. And the third thing is, produce so much of content that nobody can actually find a way to not get attracted towards you. We put so much of content, so much of information that people are always connected. Before I go, one last line. In May 2020, we are going to do the biggest transformational event of our country. And you know what? We are not tying up with Book My Show. We are not tying up with any other brand. We are going to have 5,000 people coming over to Goa for that event. Do you think it is going to be easy or really tough?
Tough.
Really tough, right? But then when you do something like that, then you make it big in life. And that is what you're going to do. Give your 100%, put in more effort than you feel you are physically capable or you are mentally capable. Get to the right strategies, train yourself, and make it big in life. Thank you so much, people. Thank you so much. Cheers. Go away without an Instagram story, right? Alright. So I am in Udaipur today for the amazing Convergence 2019. And I'm really happy with the excitement and the effort, and a huge shout out to the organizers for putting up such an amazing show. Let's make some noise! Thank you so much. Make it big. Cheers.